Potent Pondering, I'm back with another video. Yo, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, hit all notifications so you know each and every time I go live or I do uploads. Please make sure that you support the channel. The Cash App is in the comments and also in the description. I want to get into this story about Levon Bell. You know what I'm saying? Football player Levon Bell. His cousin is coming out with some egregious, nefarious accusations. Well, she seems as though that she's been out here with him. She did a filing in court last year, and now the woman has been through a judgment. She was granted $20-something million from damages from Levon, and also some money from his brother Levante, saying that they both pretty much committed incestual type of intimate actions against her. Yo, let me just tell you this, right? I realize when people are in the industry that, you know, they have different targets, people coming at them, they want money or whatever, but that won't make me just write it off and say that there's no truth to it, right? I'm a brother, and I'm not saying that my brothers did anything like that, but I had this thing where I could see through people. I don't know if Levon, if he's lying or what, but getting online and he was doing all that speaking out or whatever. Sometimes I don't think people realize when they do that so much, it looks a certain type of way. But I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm just saying sometimes silence is the best policy because it starts to look a little shaky. Anyway, so Levon Bell speaks out about the capital R word allegations after the victim wins the $25 million judgment. And if you have somebody suing you for $25 million. Now, I've been sued, you know, before by some creditors when I was in my younger age over some credit cards. They wanted to get a little money from me and I would dodge them. You know, I even think I seen a process server dodge them. And luckily, it just all went away. But when somebody is suing you for $25 million, you can't tell me that you ain't know that this was sizzling. So former NFL running back Levon Bell is reportedly denying allegations that he intimately assaulted his cousin over a course of a decade. So this happened. This girl is saying that he did it when he started doing it when she was 6 or 7 years old. Despite his denial, a jury has awarded the alleged victim, Jada Bell. Wow, she got the same last name. This looks bad. Jada Bell, $25 million in damages from Levon Bell, along with additional $11.5 million from the brother Levante Bell, according to the court documents. Levon Bell accused of years-long intimate assault with incestual acts. Listen, let me just tell you this, right? Things like that do go on. I can't accuse the brother of doing it, but I do know, you know, things like that do happen. Both men are accused of engaging in non-consensual incestual relationships with Jada, beginning when she was just 6 or 7 years old. The lawsuit filed in March of 2024. We now in March of 2025. You mean to tell me? See, I think that when certain things hit the news, or, you know, when certain filings, people don't want to bring more attention to it, and maybe he thought that this would just go away, right? So the lawsuit was filed in March of 2024 in Ohio, and Jada Bell accused, who is 8 years older than her, he was using slang terms in regards to the in regards to the non-consensual incestuous acts. For example, the term oral sex was called fire. You know how people talk about they want that fire top. That's crazy. All right. So that was reported by TMZ. So the 33-year-old former NFL star played for teams including the Jets, the Steelers, Chiefs, Ravens, Buccaneers, and more. He transitioned to professional boxing. All right. So in October of 2024, a judge issued a default judgment. So in October of 2024. So why is this just now coming out now if the default judgment went out in October in Jada's favor, after both Levon and Levante failed to respond to the case? Thus, the liability is hereby established as to all counts of the complaint. The documents state that the case was sent to a jury trial to determine damages, but Bell's attorney told TMZ that the default judgment in the case is bogus. The lawsuit details disturbing claims alleging that both the defendants engaged in ongoing incestual relations with the plaintiff beginning when the plaintiff was just 6 to 7 years old. It further states that the abuse continued to at least 2017. Ooh. With Bell allegedly maintaining these encounters during his college years and beyond. And that's crazy to me because, like, yo, You shouldn't be doing that to a child anyway. But then say you did it and then you went on to college and then you're going back doing it. It was just bound to happen. Let me tell you something. This is why you got to keep your background squeaky clean. Now, this young lady could be lying. We're not going to turn a blind eye to that. But we do know things like this do happen. I'm not ridiculing him. I'm not saying that she's lying. I'm just looking at it with a bird's eye view. So hopefully, we'll see what happens. We've seen things like this happen in the past where people are automatically awarded through judgment, and then the lawyers come back and they fight it, and then they end up working something out. So we'll see what happens with this case. But I really want to know what you feel in the comments. She's accusing both the brothers of ancestral and consensual sex against her starting when she was 6 or 7 years old. That is horrible. That's going to ruin their career. That's going to ruin Levion's career too. They said he's in boxing now. So I really want your comments below. Let me know what you think about that. The next thing I want to talk about is Cardi B. So Cardi B, y'all know that she was teasing this whole You thing, and people were questioning, was Cardi going to be a part of the whole You series? Was she going to be, was she casted? And this is supposed to be comeback season for her, and she's supposed to be, getting back in the ring and showing everybody that she said why she's a top chick or whatever, right? Cardi B came out on social media today and she merely just did she did a reaction video, like watching the trailer and reacted. I'm like, this is what they paid you for? They paid her? Like, that's some boredness. Like that's something that you do when you're pregnant and you can't even really be mobile and you just sitting at home, and she just sitting at home just watching it, like she reacting like a YouTuber. These people want to be YouTubers. They want to be reaction channels and all of that, because I'm just like, yo, where did this make sense? And how is this on brand for Cardi? I said that when I was live yesterday. I was walking. I said, how is this on brand for her? I could see if Cardi was associated with something music related and it was just like geared towards coming back for her album and the outcome and all of that. But the girl just so mixed up bad in the blood clot mind that she's just snatching and grabbing anything that's coming at her. Any and everything that's coming at her, she's snatching it. And I just don't understand. Like, if you want to show people that you scrambling, do any and everything that just, especially when it don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, okay, this is coming back in April. Maybe she's going to have a role in it. Maybe she's going to be one of the chicks who gets, unalived, or, you know how the series plays out. If you ever seen, I've seen glimpses of it. It's just about a it's some psychological thriller where a man gets fixated on these women and, he wants them and then he wants to unalive them. Like, you know what I'm saying? He finds them, he deals with them, and then he unalives them. So I was wondering, like, maybe Cardi was going to be a part of that, and then that would give her some sort of buzz that she don't currently have right now. The girl dropped 2 songs this year, none of them went up or whatever. So I'm thinking, she's doing it for hip hop, but she was just merely just a reactor. She's watching a video on camera like I'm watching, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd be watching videos. I said, yo, this is crazy. But they probably sent her a bag and she probably did it for, that reason. Whatever. Anyway, I want to know what you think about that. It's like, Cardi, what are you up to? How is this relevant to your career? You know what I'm saying? How was this reaction video to propel you for your album? And then she mentioned her album merely in it, but it's like, nobody don't care about that. You waited 7 years, and then listen, 16 carriages. You waited 7 years and don't nobody care. Let's move on. The last thing I want to talk about is Ice Spice, yo. Ice Spice, she was out there. I'm going to try to get a clip and edit it up because, she turned around and showed her backside. She always got to show her ass. And it's just like, Ice Spice, I want to tell you something, right? I'm sick of the 808s and the rattles and all of that. I don't wish the worst for Ice Spice. She's in the industry, so hopefully she'll be able to continue on and make a career for herself. But Ice Spice, you need to revamp. You kind of going through what Megan Thee Stallion going through with Little Jew, and you keep, dealing with this producer. If Riot wants to be your producer and he wants to see you transform and wants you to see you do different things with music, he needs to give you new beats. He needs to produce different types of beats. We're tired of the Princess Diana sounding bass with the 808s and the rattle. We're sick of it. You got to just do something different, Ice Spice. And it's just like, I see you gain your weight back. That looked good. You turned around showing the cakes, throwing the cakes. That looked good. Everything looked good. You look good. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to the music, I just feel like you're primitive. Primitive means underdeveloped. You're underdeveloped in the sound, and you making me feel like, you did get lucky and you was a one-hit wonder. So you need to listen. These artists think they interested in entertaining, and I'm quick to tell them more discipline and training. You need more discipline and training. You need to tell Riot. Y'all need to have a meeting at the label and listen, understand why Ice Spice deals with Riot. You have to realize that she knew him since SUNY Purchase. They grew up, you know, they pretty much went to school and were together. They're an item. He's boning her. They're boning each other. You know what I'm saying? They're a thing. So it's like, when formula works and they're able to get money and get this far with it and get the records and get the plaques and get the collaborations that they got this far, they think that their formula works. But sometimes things do work and sometimes they need tweaking. You need tweaking. The Riot sound, not saying that he has to go completely away, but we need to hear you something fresh. You need something new. You need some new because this sounds is just it's like not refreshing. It's nothing new for you. And I don't think it's thought-provoking at all. So it's like Ice Spice. These artists think they interested in entertaining, and I'm quick to tell them more discipline and training. You need to go to that studio. You need to lock into that studio for 48 to 72 hours. You need to sit there, cry, go through it all. You need to write. You need to like tell him like, listen, we need to switch this up. If you just stop playing with it, Riot on it. He got to stop coming with this damn familiar sounds. It's just not working. It didn't work on the last album, and you seen with the outcome. It didn't work on the last album. You seen the outcome. Come on, how can you get yourself outdone? You're going to get yourself done by keep dropping like this. The public is not going to be interested. I just felt like you squandered your moment. I felt like your album wasn't even horrible. You had some little cuts on there, but it wasn't enough. It just wasn't enough. So Ice Spice, you think you interested in entertaining, and I'm quick to tell you, more discipline and training. Have a meeting with Riot, speak with the people up at the label, see if you could get some other low-key underground producers that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg out the ass. You might not be able to go to Pharrell and Jay-Z and Timberland. I mean, not Jay-Z, but Timberland, you know, the big people who do the big beats. You might not want to go there and waste the budgets and then not have a hit record, or you may end up landing something with them. You just need a new sound and a surround sound, and you need some pumping uptown and downtown. Huh? Yeah. Potent, pondering, never pandering. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about the Levon story with the cousin accusing him and the brother of ancestral, unconsensual. Let me know what you think about Cardi B. She's really misdirected. She don't know what's going on. She doing trailer reactions and she trying to get traction. Tough acting to acting. Trying to put her back in. Trying to find a black man to bend over and give him the cakes. Knowing know what's at stakes. Trying to act like she one of the greats, one of the rap greats, like she one of the female rappers that be running the chapter. And then when she come through and do a rap, niggas can rap and laugh after. Listen, I'm up out of here. Y'all be blessed. Peace.